We ended up having the whole entire house replumbed. He put in all new plumbing throughout the entire house. The man who did it, Armando, was absolutely great. He came in, explained everything he was going to do. I definitely would recommend John Moore. I have recommended John Moore.
I would recommend John Moore to any member in my family, to any neighbors. I'm very pleased with them. They do very good work.
He spent a lot of time explaining to me what the problems were and how he was going to go about fixing them, which is something that the other plumbers didn't do.
I would definitely recommend John Moore to anyone who has plumbing problems. Definitely when they came out for us, they were the first ones I called because of someone referred them to me. And I definitely want to pay that forward to somebody else who has any problems.
When I call John Moore, I know that that company has hired good, honest people. And it means a lot to me when I go to the doorbell rings, and there's a stranger standing at my door, and I see the John Moore truck. I know I have no problem opening that door. It's comfortable to me.
Rocky was just a nice guy, and he made the repairs, but he explained to me before making the repairs exactly what was needed. He gave me 3 options to choose from, and I chose the option that was best suited for my needs, and Rocky proceeded with the work. And as a person who works in a business where customer service is critical, I really appreciate people answering the calls.
I've been in this house since 1976, and John Moore was the first plumber that I hired and has been the only plumber that I've hired to fix problems with either my water or my sewage.
No, I would very, very definitely recommend John Moore, and I plan on using them again. In fact, I'm considering it now for another situation we have in the house, and I will call John Moore to get a quote from them.
I love that extra mile that John Moore goes. You know, so many times today you're put on hold, or you're talking to an automated service, you're trying to get to a human being. Well, I don't ever have that problem with John Moore, and I don't care what time I call. So that's the reason I use John Moore, and that's the reason I will continue to use John Moore.
We got the oven in, and he hooked it all up, and we got it in, and it worked. So I literally had my oven for baking Christmas Eve day. I would absolutely recommend John Moore to anybody and everybody. But I've also already started recommending, and I will continue to recommend John Moore.
He came back the very next day, which was New Year's Eve at this time. He was really nice, very concerned about our situation, and he wanted to make sure that it was taken care of properly. So he was great. We were really happy with his services. So I was very satisfied with their work, and I would definitely recommend them to any family members or friends, or even my coworkers.
It was a good experience. I will call them again if needed. I would recommend John Moore because they're courteous, they're quick, they're honest, and they take care of the problem.